I'm going to debunk the 3 reasons people go vegan as quickly as I can in this video, and I'm just going to give bullet points and you guys can do your own research. So people think they're healthier on a vegan diet. A lot of people think they're healthy on whatever diet they go on, and the main thing missing is the understanding of the importance of vitamins in the diet and how they really are the building blocks of health and life. I cannot really explain that to you. I cannot convey the importance of that to you in words because I'm not a biologist and a chemist and a physiologist combined. If you understand gene expression, if you know what cell differentiation is, that's a step in the right direction, but these vitamins I'm about to talk about are the most important in all stages of life. And anything negative physically that can happen to you can be prevented if you have enough of these vitamins to some degree. So vitamin A is mislabeled. Beta-carotene can be labeled as vitamin A. Your body cannot metabolize enough of it from plant foods. Omega-3 fatty acids. People say there's omega-3 in plant foods. Yes, that's on paper. There have been no studies that show that blood levels of DHA can be risen by plant foods. Vitamin K2 does not exist in plant foods. It's in natto, but the conversion of MK7 to MK4 is questionable. Cholesterol, people say you can make cholesterol in the liver, but not enough to metabolize vitamin D3 efficiently. And all of these vitamins tie together in the metabolism of vitamin D, as well as various hormonal processes, especially the absorption and the remineralization of calcium in the body and removal of calcium from the bloodstream. All of these vitamins are so important in just basic metabolic and optimal hormonal function. I'll put some studies in the comments. You guys can do your own research on that. I can talk about that for like 20 minutes. I don't want to. The moral and ethical reason, well, you can argue, yeah, I didn't intend to kill animals that were killed by plant harvesting, but there are plenty of animals that get killed when in various harvesting machines, and those that don't get killed, they get displaced and then they're generally killed by predation. Those that aren't killed by that, you know, there's herbicides, there's pesticides that kill millions of bugs and ruin habitats. What they do to the soil, and constantly planting the same crop over and over again depletes the soil. They have to do all these negative, to re-fertilize the soil. The processes involved with that are so harmful to the environment, and not to mention they also have to use animal products to fertilize the soil. You can't grow plants without animal products. I guess to finally touch on is the environmental reason, and not having a child means that your net carbon output per year in tons is 59. From one child is 59. Going on a vegan diet removes 0.8. So if you have a child, that's literally making up for like 70 vegans. If you go car free, if I live in Manhattan and I don't drive, I am the equivalent of 3 vegans. If I wash my clothes with cold water, if I hang them to dry and I recycle everything, that's the equivalent of 1 vegan dieter. So the impact that going vegan has on carbon emissions on the planet in general is insignificant compared to all the other things we do in our daily life and what you could be doing. And then not to mention, if you source your meat ethically, meat grown in a sustainable ecosystem is carbon positive. It's beneficial for the environment. We don't complain about rabbits eating grass in nature and rabbits emitting CO2. That's not how it works. A lot of this stuff is completely because of the modern methods of agriculture we're using. And I guess to sum this up, the main problems with everything are people don't understand what true health really is. People don't understand how cruel conventional farming really is, and finally how damaging conventional farming is to the environment, and just a lot of modern things we do are to the environment. So you guys can do your own research. Hopefully I summed these points up at least well enough to get you guys interested in these things. I think it's very difficult for me to explain from a nutrition standpoint, although the moral standpoint and the environmental standpoint are a little bit easier to picture. It's just there's so much bias and incorrect information out there that it's just difficult to really steer anyone away from conventional wisdom.